reminding me of that. We would be gutted if this hadn't been recorded. Right, now we'll make you host, and it's back to you. So it's back to Nicole.
So I'll just share the screen. So hopefully everyone can see my screen now, my slides.
Yep.
Can everyone hear me as well? Because usually one of them's not working. Right, so basically I'm just going to go through a bit of training on how we did the retail last month. And it really is kind of really simple. So we made a plan, we did the plan, and we tracked it, and we repeated it every single week and every single day as well. So we made a plan of what we wanted to achieve every day to achieve the £9,000 sales. So we decided at the beginning of the period that we wanted to retail £9,000, which is £2,250 a week. And then we even made it so it was a daily target as well, which was £332. So it made it really easy for us to track this way, instead of just looking at £9,000. So we did £2,000 with catalogues and £7,000 online. So with the customer base, we have 190 customers, which brought us the £2,000. And we literally put in every single catalogue that we had. And this was with not the new Clean Easy books as well, it was with the old books. So we still got the new ones to take out this period. So just a few tips of how we did it online. So I only post items for sale in my local buy and sell groups, because as you know, we are limited to how many posts we can do. And I find that the more local buy and sell groups you can post in rather than ones that are further away, the more sales you will get, because you know you can either deliver or they can collect, and there's more trust that way. Also with online, you can post items that are in stock. So whereas with the catalogues, you know, we don't know what is in stock or the customers don't know. But with online, you can literally post what is in stock, so you don't need to be posting items that aren't out of stock. I posted 10 products in my group every single day, and I obviously spread them out across the day. And Marketplace as well is where we got literally the £7,000 came from Marketplace. You can post, I've posted hundreds of items there across the period. And the good thing is, you know, you can post your item, you can choose whether you can post it in 10 other groups, or you can just post it on Marketplace. So when posting it in the 10 other groups, do be careful, and don't do loads of those straight away, because that is when we do get banned. But with posting just on Marketplace itself, you can post consistently all day. And also after 7 days, you can renew your post as well, so it goes back up to the top. But what I also found was you can't post the same picture twice. But if you posted it and you'd edited the picture with a border, you could then go and edit the picture again, say with your group name on. So you can actually post the same picture as many times as you want, but just edit it in little different ways. I mean, I posted every single item that we had across all the catalogues about 5 times, but I just edited different things, or, you know, put a different colour background on it, and that meant, you know, I could post thousands of items on Marketplace, and I didn't get any bans from doing that. I did get a few bans from overposting, but I was really overposting. Using your own photos as well. So every single item that I get delivered, I take my own picture of. Even if I have the picture already, I'll take it again, because it means it's another picture you can post. Instead of, you know, just having the one post and then bumping it up, you know, you can post it and post it over again. So yeah, edit photos again on Marketplace. I also, Richard has a different app on his phone, so he can do different stuff with the editing. And with that, even just changing the lighting on it, that means I can repost it again. I also found that we got a lot of sales just from posting on my timeline as well, making sure that the pictures were pictures that I'd taken again. But people like to see that you actually have the items. So you might not necessarily have that item anyway, but if you've got a picture of it, people will think that. And I found that they were more likely to buy off us. Facebook parties as well. So I usually, well, I'm meant to do these every week, but I never have the time. So I did one last period, But because I'd promoted it so much and it got, I think it was over 100 people attend, we got £500 sales just from doing that. And I found a lot of people are very local to me, so I'll get all my friends and family that are local to invite everyone they know, and it ended up being just like a local party of everyone that was local to us. And I got a lot of catalogues that I gave away as well, and got loads more sales as well. So these are some of the photos that we do. I also found if you have more than one item that you've got and you're delivering the same, take a picture of both of them. It is a lot of effort, but if they see that you have more than one available, they think that you have those as well. And we've got so much more sales from that. A little tip with Marketplace is make sure you have your location sitting in the right place. So Marketplace literally is for local buying and selling, and I've had people from the bottom end of the country trying to buy off stuff. So make sure you have it in the exact same place. You can have quite a big area, so we deliver in like a 15-mile radius, so it actually lets you put that area on there as well. So I'm just going to go through a little bit about the Facebook parties. So we always plan a week in advance. Usually I have to change the date as well because I'm forgetful. I actually planned one for this Friday and I wasn't at home. I was so make sure you're organised for the parties. But invite all your friends as well. So even if you think that they won't be interested, because they literally just have to decline it and then they won't get any more notifications, so they won't get annoyed or anything like that. I run competitions as well. So the first one I do is for just inviting their friends to the event, and then I do one during the event where they can share the live video, and I put everyone into a draw and they win a few prizes at the end. Posting this in local groups as well. The more local publicity you can give yourself, the more sales you're likely to get. One, because they don't have to pay the drop ship, and I think people trust the sale more if they actually get to meet you in person. I always post the on our timelines and in our selling group as well, and I post reminders in the event so everyone gets reminded, and it usually reminds me that I'm doing it as well. And just a little bit about how we help the team. So at the moment we've been really pushing the bonus levels, and I do this with the 10% the same way I work out what retail I want to do. So it's £780 a period, £195 a week and £28 a day. So if you work it out on daily, it's really not that much. It's a duvet set and maybe a bracelet every day. So that's how we promote it within the team. Also showing them the bonus chart, which still confuses me with all the numbers, but it really does help the team focus on what they need to be doing to get to the different levels. Just a bit more training. So when I was at school doing my GCSEs, I absolutely hated maths. It took me until I was 18, I think, to actually pass. But maths is actually so important, and knowing your numbers and with the tracking. So you need to know, this is with the retail and with recruiting as well. So what is working? Because with some posts, they really don't work. What you need to do more of, so more posts on Marketplace. Because the more posts you do on Marketplace, really, the less posts you need to actually do in the local buy and sell groups. And the more posts you do in the local buy and sell groups, the more likely it is you're going to get banned. Whereas with Marketplace, you can just post and post and post. And what you need to get better at, so with what you need to get better at is actually remembering to do stuff and planning ahead as well. So what do we track? So it all depends on your goals. So this month, we didn't have any goals for recruitment. It was all just retail. But it's always good to have, a minimum personal retail target, even if you are just recruiting. It's something to aim for, and it will see the benefits in the checks as well. So we always track our team building activities, the recruitment, how many recruitment posts we're doing, all that kind of stuff. Welcome rewards, so tracking your team to welcome rewards, and also tracking league tables for company holidays and trophies and all that kind of stuff. But with retail tracking, so You need to know what ratios you need for each method you are using. And then it's all about averages, and especially we found with catalogs. So sometimes you can have low pickups, and Richard delivered 600 catalogs one day back in May, and I think we got about £300 sales, so he was really chuffed with that. And then the next day he put out 200 books and he got about £700 sales. So, you know, you could take out one book and get £1,000 order, you could take out 1,000 and get zeros. But the point is, you know, if you do have a really bad pickup, just still go out and, you know, go out as much as you can with the books. And then after time, when you start building your customer base and you go back to them, you know, month in, month out, is where you see the pattern. And, you know, it's so satisfying now being able to just go to our customers and get the orders. It takes us a day to deliver the books, and then a day to collect them, and a day to do the deliveries. So 3 days out of a month, and it's £2,000 retail that we get from that. So it's all from, you know, being consistent and just giving it time to build. So I have a couple of little quotes that I like. So it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, it's what we do consistently. And commitment means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you said in has left you, which definitely related to us last period, because I was knackered after I'd finished it. But that's it for my slides, but I do have some questions which I'm going to find out, which I was sent earlier. So the first one...
Just before you do the questions, sorry to interrupt, but there's some people that still have mics on, and because I'm not the host, I can't mute them. So if you've got a mic on, could you mute yourself? And if you don't know how to do it, I don't know, there's an eye. Yeah, I think you'll be able to mute them, Nicole. Or you'll be able to mute yourself. Sorry. So if you can, there's a wee bit of rustling. We've had a wee message and a phone call and another message. Bless them.
I think everyone's muted now.
Thank you, darling. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. So the first one was about the credit notes. So the credit notes, I found that are getting a lot better. They are for my team. For me, they haven't. I've had quite a few. And you know, there's not really an answer to it. It is a pain. But with online customers, I've given them a week where I'll deliver. So I give myself an extra bit of time. So if it isn't in, you know, with the delivery times being back to normal, it's not taking that long to get it. And if it still doesn't come after, if you get another credit, you know, just speak to your customers, make sure they're aware, and just keep ordering it till you get it. That's all we've been able to do. We know if it's been months, which has happened with a few things, then I would call service centre and just see if there's anything they can do. But unfortunately with that, it has got better, but it is still an issue. So the other question is so about bands. So with the bands, really, what I do is every single day I'll change my profile picture. So that's good activity. I will say happy birthday to everyone that pops up. So that's another activity you can do. Sharing as many things as you can. Changing your cover photo, commenting on things, anything like that. And that will stop you getting bans. You will still get bans, but the more you do it and the more you build it up, the less likely you will get them. And there'll be less time as well. I mean, some people in my team still get them for 2 weeks, which is an absolute nightmare. Whereas now if I get one, it's usually one or 2 days. But just make sure you're building stuff up. If you are getting banned and you are banned currently, you can still post on Marketplace. So that's what I push, because you literally, it doesn't matter if you're banned, because you can post hundreds of photos on there. So question three was, my group sales and interactions were great for my ban. So with your group, if you get a ban, what I do is I usually, because I have 4 accounts, so I usually have 1 account still available. But if you don't, what I do is I change the name of my group every day. So you don't actually have to change the wording. You can literally just change an emoji or something like that. And it gives everyone in your group a notification. And competitions, so, you know, doing interaction posts. We have a team group that has all the interaction posts we can find in there, but you can Google them as well, and loads of them come up. So even if you did one of those every 2 days, competitions to win prizes, and just make sure that, you know, you're speaking to the people in your group as well, because the more people you reply to, the more people will actually see your posts as well. So that's going to build your activity up. The most successful interaction posts I found were usually ones about pets, because everyone loves pets, or ones that they can post pictures to. So I did a Yorkshire pudding competition once, and no one actually won anything. It was just who had the biggest Yorkshire puddings. Just stuff like that, some stuff that people can actually get involved with, rather than just, you know, having 6 different pictures of trees and what's your favourite. I found that it does work, but the comments are literally just numbers. So if you get comments, you know, that are pictures and people having fun, I found that that's the best as well. And yeah, the other one was about my sales and the bands. So I think even if you do get bands, as long as you're being consistent and just keep going with it. I got banned on 3 of my accounts today within 3 hours. But, you know, I've still been posting on Marketplace, and we still got loads of sales. So it is annoying, but just keep pushing through it, and that's it, really. That's all the questions. But if anyone has any more, I'm happy to answer them. But
Hi, Vicky, can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
See, when you were saying posting on the Marketplace with your products and changing the background picture, do you mean that you could post, say, 3 of the Mink Yours duvet sets but different backgrounds on different sites?
Yeah.
And not, because normally you can only do 10 at a time, but if you change the actual background of that picture, you can post in another 10 and then another 10 type thing.
So as long as it's a fresh post, you can post the same actual product as many times as you want. Just edit it in different ways. So the first time I'll change the border, then I'll put my name on it, then I'll give it a background. There's loads of different things. So I've actually got like the same picture on about 20 times now. But you never run out of pictures really either, because the amount of products there is. But if that, you know, if you do run out, then you can edit them.
That's great. Thanks very much for that. That's great knowing that.
First of all, could you unshare the screen so we can see everybody? And then I think I had a wee question. There might be another couple of wee questions. No, I certainly was going to ask something, but knowing what my memory's like, it'll probably take a while to come back to me, so I'll pass it to everybody else first. You can unmute your mics, but I do apologise. There was a bit of background noise, which I couldn't do because I wasn't the host. But first of all, before any questions, can I just say thank you so much. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
Yes, yeah.
And you've probably seen me dancing because of the Marketplace. Because I have been saying that for a while. I love the Marketplace, and I do believe it is a massive opportunity. Has anybody got any questions?
No, I'd just like to say thanks very much, Nikki. Again, your training every time is absolutely fantastic. This particular training has just been really a huge eye-opener for a lot of us, because you know, there are quite a lot of bands about just now. I'm on a 3-day one just at the moment. The fortunate thing in our team is that the bands seem to be quite short. To know that we can still post in Marketplace even if we can't post on groups.
I thought you already knew that. I thought everybody already knew that. That's actually
No, I didn't know.
Well, we know. Sorry, James.
Training, because I knew about it.
I
didn't know. Can I ask a question? Oh, yes, Nicole, your training was
have
great.
got another one as well.
See your posts, and I took a wee while to catch up because I was writing as well. But the posting you're doing you're doing, you said about 10 items on your own, but how many discussion posts are you doing on the local groups?
In the local groups, because I don't post in the local groups unless I'm doing it on Marketplace, so it allows you to post in 10 groups. So I'll probably do, it's only between about 3 and 5 items a day, doing it that way, just because I know how easy it is to get a ban. But I do have 3 profiles that I can post on, so I do between 3 and 5 on each. Yeah. I still get banned though. You just have to keep going through it.
You still managed to do £7,000 of product even with your ban.
Exactly. I think that's the part that I liked about it. Well, no, I liked about the training, but the part that I liked was saying, so you get bans, get on with it. Want marketplace, find another way of doing it. And I think sometimes what we've been doing, we think meaning is, going, oh my God, we've got a ban, it's the end of the world. But we've had a lot of pros and cons discussed about the marketplace, and the reason I was going like this is because I've been a great advocate of it. And a lot of people think that they have had Facebook bans because of the marketplace. And while there was nobody else online, just me and Nicole, he disagrees with that completely.
I got a ban on the marketplace for posting the Brecon duvet set. I hadn't posted at all that day, and I got a ban on the marketplace. And
Did you post it into the groups as well?
Yeah, I went in and done my normal discussions, because every morning I got up and go into all my profiles and post.
So you've done your normal discussions though?
Yeah, I do my normal thing every single morning before I post anything or even put a good morning into my group. I get into everyone in my profiles and share pictures and comment on things and all that every single morning before I even actually go into my groups and do it. And then I got a ban for posting the Brecon duvet set. The Brecon duvet set, it was only 3 days, but it was. But
then again, the other thing, the problem with Facebook bans is we make these assumptions, and unfortunately, I will admit some people have assumed that the marketplace, whereas I know the marketplace doesn't have the same footprint, and I personally didn't believe that it's responsible for bans in the same way as discussion posts are. But I think what Nicole's training told me tonight is it doesn't really matter. We're going to get bans. It's what happens, and we have to just keep on going and find a way of doing that. There was a question I was going to ask, but now it's went, so I'll put it back to the team. I'll come back to the answer this really important question. Anybody else?
Can I just ask clarification? Nicole, when you post to Marketplace, are you posting to the extra 10 external groups as well as that post, or is it just a Marketplace post?
With the posting to the other groups, I would do probably between 3 and 5 where I'll post to the other groups. But other than that, when at the beginning of last period, I was doing about 100 products a day on Marketplace, so I wasn't posting that to the groups, just Marketplace.
Just Marketplace, and then only 3 or 5 of those ones externally. Okay, cool, thanks.
And another thing as well, especially if you're posting every day on Marketplace, make sure you're checking what needs to be refreshed.
Yeah.
Because that's like you're posting all over again without having to do it all, like refresh.
Do you delete any of your old posts that have been on for a while on the Marketplace? Because I got a post that came up for that slate clock that I'd put on about 2 months ago. I know how they normally run out after 7 days, but people still see they post after 7 days.
That's not a reason
Tell them, yeah.
That's
I only see them if it's sold. It's alright. If it's out of stock, then I delete them because we don't really have many dates at the moment, knowing when stuff's back in. But as soon as it's back in, I'll just repost.
I didn't hear. There was another question about whether you do most of your deliveries. Is most of your items delivered, or do you post? But I never heard you.
There is about, I probably missed that question. There is probably about £1,000 worth that we posted, and then the rest were delivered by Richard.
Well done, Richard.
Wow.
Well done, Richard. See the value of the products that you're putting on your marketplace. Sorry, Lynn.
No, that's a good question, I'm saying.
The value of your products. What's the cost that you're putting on? Where's your, are you putting them on at a £5 or? I'm not explaining this very well.
Yeah.
What's your
No,
price
I put them on for the same price, yeah.
No, right.
What's your
I didn't
price
explain
range?
it well.
What's the price range? Do you put cheap products?
Oh, every single product we sell, I put them all on.
Well, if it's local, you can though, Jane, you know what I mean?
Mhm. At first I would only sell the cheap stuff online, but now I find that there's always someone that will buy stuff. So
That's so funny because I would only sell the dear stuff. One duvet a day, you know what? One duvet a day.
I think it depends whether or not you're posting a lot as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'll tell you what I've picked up tonight, and it's probably, if you've been in the business for a while, your gut feeling has probably been going in this direction, that the local sales seem to be more easier to obtain than, and I know geography doesn't always allow it, but I find that most of my products that I sell are the local ones. Yes, I've posted a lot, distance a lot, but I can see the benefit of getting the whole, buying and selling local groups will get to know who you are and your online shop, and you're going to build up a massive equivalent to a customer base local. That's kind of what excites me. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, Nicole. Maybe you could.
No, I know it's what you mean.
I know exactly what I mean. Maybe somebody else could help me here.
No, I found that the more I post in the local groups, the more people I'm getting coming back. So I have one lady who she'll see an item and she'll just put a thumbs up on it, and that means that she wants it ordered. She has about £100 worth of stuff a week. So I literally look at her thumbs up, and that means that she wants that item.
Can I ask Nikki if you are putting if you're putting some marketplace posts on 10 local groups as well? I know you don't do it with all of the posts in the marketplace, but if you're putting them on local groups, does it tend to be the same 10 local groups, or do you sum up a little bit?
No, I mean, in our local area, we have hundreds, because where we live, there's loads of different places. So, but what I've found, if you spend the morning, you only need to do it once. But if you go into every single one of your local groups and comment on something, when you go to Marketplace, it brings up all these groups that you've commented on, so you can pick 10 different ones each time. But you've got a big list of all the ones that are local. I found that a really easy way to do it instead of scrolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this is Cookie.
It looks like my dog.
This is Nikki, and this is Callum, who
Hi, Callum.
Hi, guys. Somebody else asked a question, because I'm so glad I know that I can't ask this question. It's right in the tip of my tongue there.
Can I also ask more or less what ratio, if you do the marketplace posts and it's slightly further away that Rich is not going to be able to deliver, what sort of ratio are you getting at with people when you're posting them the link that are actually buying after you send the link through?
Good question.
I only send a link I have, which is the actual online catalogue, so I don't use the PayPal links or dropship links or anything like that. So my ratio is 0.
Well, you get £1,000. That wasn't
£1,000. Yeah, I get £1,000, but that's mainly just from my own group, because my own group's so big.
right.
I tend to not post it in any other groups unless they are local.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
That makes sense.
However, I mean, everything works. Absolutely everything works. But we want to focus on where we get the results. So if you're posting us at a distance, this is my belief. Does it matter if there's a ratio, as long as there's a ratio? As long as we know what the ratio is, just let's do it. Let's not analyse it. There's a ratio with absolutely everything. With the catalogues, what's the ratio of people buying? What's the ratio of people getting a link to them buying? It's like if we do enough, it's what Nicole's done, then the ratio is probably doesn't matter. I'm thinking, you're going to send a PayPal link? Let's send them a PayPal link. Do you know what I mean? But she's got £7,000 worth of sales by just working numbers. Any other questions? I wish my question.
I've got a question. Has anybody seen the
Facebook's own pay through Messenger thing. Has that been rolled out to anybody? I heard someone talking about it. They're moving towards that. It's linked to PayPal. We can actually send money via Messenger, but I've not seen it myself. But I don't know if I send a PayPal payment to anybody now, though. I get a Facebook Messenger message.
To be fair, that's it. To be fair, I would say first of all, Facebook roll out loads of things as trials and going to go forward with them. I would say that they would probably, especially younger generation, you might get some more instant sales because they just go, I'll just buy it because it's so easy to do it. I think that you'll get charges with PayPal because they'll probably put it as a business one. But again, it's another rod. It's another rod. I wish I could remember my question, and as soon as I do, then I'm going to remember it. It's something to do. Oh, the other question I had is, do you do many demonstrations? You know, what's in the box today and going through your products as they arrive? You know, your activity in your online group, are you showing them the products as they arrive? Is that
not really? I have in the past. I take pictures of everything.
Pictures of what comes on, but I just wonder.
I haven't done a video, but that's probably a good idea actually. In the parties, I show all the products. So the last party I did, I spent like an hour showing all the different items.
I mean, I don't want to tell you what's working well because, you know, sometimes sales speaks for itself, but according to what I think it is actually working. Even I've sold a product in it. Any other questions?
Yeah, I've got one more at the moment. Sorry to keep talking about bans because I don't really want to be talking about bans, but my next question would be if because you mentioned that you do go through bans and stuff like that as well. If you're on a ban and you're still posting in Marketplace, can you still post to the other groups as well, or are you better to avoid?
It doesn't let you, just Marketplace.
Right, that's good to know. Okay, 'cause I'm looking for banana skins. I'm looking for you know, it's going to get a longer ban because
that's a banana skin. They're on.
You know, it's good to know though. That's good. But it doesn't matter how many Marketplace posts you would do in that circumstance. It doesn't seem to stop you. That's good. Yep.
No.
Good, because I can see me out with the camera at 2 o'clock in the morning putting Marketplace stuff on because I can't do anything else.
But there's good sales on Marketplace, though, okay? Because most of my sales always come from there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's now I'm happy to hear that you can just post literally to Marketplace alone without even popping it in the groups, because I didn't know that you could do that.
I didn't either, so because I'm in jail at the moment, it's
yes, so you can definitely go post there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad to hear that, babe.
Mm-hmm. So when you get the ban, get on the Marketplace.
Yep, absolutely.
And the other thing I picked up, which I know it's in our trainings, but it's good to have it emphasised, change the photograph. You do a few, you maybe change and put your name on it. You do another few, you maybe change the colour background. I think all these things that take time, like, you know, Jane's always says that, Jane likes to use the word when she harps on. Jane always harps on about liking things and, you know, and saying happy birthdays and all that. Sharing videos, I picked up on changing your profile picture and your cover photograph, everything leaves a footprint. But you know what I think? It started with that massive goal at the beginning of the period, Nicole. That's where it started, with that massive goal broken down into bite-sized pieces. Once you know what your daily goal is, you will get it, and you're absolutely a superstar. Tell me Richard is as well, because he never comes on camera.
No, he's not. Well, he's doing Gavin's next meeting, so.
Oh, good, bless him.
Like this. He doesn't get nervous, he just doesn't know what to say. So I'm doing his slides.
You just say this is, go do this, Richard, and he goes and does it. Right then, go deliver this, go put that, do this, do that, right? That question came when Kate was asking the question, went again completely, so I'll come back to me, but thanks ever so much. If there's not any more questions, before you go, if you do go before us, Nicole, could you make me host again Because if you don't, the last host kicked everybody out. And she left.
Can I ask one more question, please, Nikki?
Hopefully.
How many posts can you do in the marketplace in one day? Is there a limit on them?
I haven't found a limit yet. And I've done over 200 one day, so.
Oh, right.
What? I didn't even know these things. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can do loads, so.
So is that 20 posts of 10 or 200 posts of 10?
I didn't do any of the posting in the other group, so it was literally just post after post on Marketplace. I think
Oh my Lord.
The question is, was it 200 different products or 200?
I went through the catalogues and typed in all the codes, saved all the pictures, and then posted them all.
Did you do all of that on one Facebook profile?
Mm-hmm. And then I went on to the next one and did it again.
Wow.
That just shows that it's like somebody who gets by retail because I know you've got a good customer base, Nicole, the catalogs, because a month or two ago or a few months ago you and Richard went over thousands of catalogs, and now you're getting that great customer result. But it's exactly the same with the online. If you sit and take, how long is it taking her to get 200 products to put them online? Most people wouldn't do it. £7,000 worth of sales as a gold distributor is a lot of profit. We'll need to show us your wee big check. It's going to be a cracking check with that retail plus your team.
You did want to hit 5,000 before Christmas, didn't you? So I think you'll make it, no bother.
We're nearly there.
The question that I wanted to ask, because a lot of people are alien to this and don't like this idea, is how strongly would you recommend having more than one Facebook profile that you use for your posting?
Well, I have 4.
I know you've got a lot.
Oh.
And I keep getting a new request for Nicole.
Yeah, no, I would definitely recommend it, because even though you can keep doing your sales posts, if you do get banned on one profile, you can still do your recruiting on the other one. So I think it's very important to have at least 2.
I go between 3 posts, 3 profiles constantly.
Mm-hmm.
It is
I've
worth it.
that, Tracy, that
You got 1 taken off you altogether, didn't you, Nicole? You had 5 and you got 1 band completely shut down.
Yeah, I think I've had about 10 altogether.
Bear in mind that she's got Nicole and Richard, so she does variations. Sometimes it's just Richard, sometimes it's Nicole and Richard, or Richard and Nicole.
Do you between your different profiles, do you use different devices for those, Nikki, or?
No, I do it all.
Do it all in.
It would help if I did do it off different devices. But I just do it off my phone.
And have you got an app that lets you switch between profiles, or do you just do it through the browser?
I just do it through the Facebook app, and it saves all the profiles. So you log out, just click different.
That's an interesting question that Kate's asked there, because one of the concerns, Nicole, that people have is because of the Facebook police, if you've got like this and you're using it to go between all the different profiles, we were worried that might lead to Facebook cottoning on.
I've done it.
With the profiles, as long as you don't have the same phone number on, it doesn't matter, because you are actually allowed to have 3 profiles. So, this is how mine comes up.
Yeah, that's how mine comes up.
So as long as you put your phone number in, then I mean, I've got 3. But I thought that you had more than 3.
I have 3 in my name, and I have 1 in Richard's.
That's just the normal Facebook app that lets you have more than 1 profile in the one app.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I do as well. But mine, Kate, we were worried that might lead to a ban or Facebook.
I didn't even know you could do that. I thought you would have to do 1 through the app and 1 through the browser.
No, when you're on your messenger, if my other app gets a message, it tells me that the other one, McDonald's, got a message. And go into
yeah,
it. And
give me a tutorial on how to set up another profile on the app then.
I will be honest with you, it gives me anxiety at the thought of it because I hate all that shifting around. But £7 worth of retail online, I'll put up with the anxiety. I'll put up with the stress to do that.
I've only got one phone number added to one of my profiles, my own phone number. I don't add my other 2 phone numbers to my other 2 profiles. I leave that blank.
Yeah.
So my main profile, it's got my number on it, and that's it.
Have you got a different email address, Tracy?
I've got 3 different email addresses.
Yeah, you need a different email, Jane. You definitely.
Oh.
I know that's what, but I'm just making the difference.
So where do you go on the app then to add another profile to it?
It's just sticking the bottom.
Yeah, usually when I log in, it just saves that.
Bottom there.
Once you've logged in, it just finds it, Kate. It just finds it. It's just there. It's like
It's never found mine.
It's probably set up for family.
Me either, case.
We'll go on and use go to his Facebook. You know what I mean? So it's probably geared up because people do use the same thing. But it's
an iPhone, though.
Pardon?
Are you all on iPhones?
No, it doesn't matter what phone you're on. What are you on, Nikki?
I have 2 profiles. One of them's not, and I use them. I can use them both.
Yeah, I think it's any phone. Any up-to-date phone, unless you've got a dinosaur. And if you've got a dinosaur, where's David? David,
I've got you one, no.
If you can't get a dog, we'll get you an iPhone. Any more questions? Because I'm really aware I'm really aware of how much time you've given us and everybody else who's been the most popular lady at the minute. And she can't say no. She doesn't like to say no. Any more questions?
No, just want to say thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Nicole. Really eye-opening, this is.
Yeah,
thanks so much, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck with the bubble one. We'll see you in January.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah.
So, just to remind you of our next webinar, which is next Wednesday. We don't have a meeting training, but we were going to get a little lunchtime together. Where we could maybe have a little festive. So that date will be coming out soon. It'll be sometime in December. It's just trying to decide a date that doesn't clash with everything else that's on your agenda. We thought a venue probably in the Glasgow area where everybody can travel, most of us can travel fairly easy. Apart from me and you, Mary Hen, you're the furthest away and Lee. So hopefully...
Tracy, sorry, Lynn.
I've said that, but there's also people also
Lynn.
There's people, I shouldn't have said that. There's loads in there.
Yeah, I'm all the way in London. Far away, very far away.
David is trying to attract your attention.
David who? Hanlon?
Yes, Lynn, me. I'm banned from putting my camera on, but I'll put it on. Sorry. Right. Isabel and I would like to use our house for a day. You know, whenever your date is, you can have it here at this house. We're in Glasgow, but we're right at the end of the M8 motorway, the M73, the M74 motorway, where it all mixes at Baillieston. So we're only 2 minutes off the motorway. So we're very easy to get to. So rather than trying to go to a hotel and that, our house is free for whatever day you want. That's what you'd like to do.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. And thank you so much. That's really kind of you. And even if it's not for that occasion, we'll still be there. That sounds fabulous. We'll get back to you with the final details of that. And thank you so much, Isabel and David. I just hope that you've got.
Thank you, Isabel.
I asked Isabel before I made the offer.
Why is David not to put his camera on?
Because of the best behind me.
Behind him in his study.
You know what? It just looks like loads of books to me. You've got to remember we're all half blind, David.
It does have a lot of paper.
Yes.
It's a man's working office. If it's tidy, there's no work being done.
Oh, it's a dumping ground. But I've just finished doing retail, putting goods out, and so I was having my dinner as I was listening earlier to Nicole. So that's why the camera was off. You don't want to watch me eating.
Well, we do appreciate you thinking about us like that, David.
That's okay.
Right, so thanks for that. We'll get back to the date. We'll have a chat with everybody. We have spoken about it, but you know what it's like? It's like when you're on the phone, it's like, right, what about the Christmas get together? And we never actually get it solidified. So Jane, Kate, everybody who's involved, that will get that tomorrow. Speak to Isabel and David, see what dates are good for you guys. And that sounds fab with me. We'll get a good wee get together. I'm going to go now because I want to let Nicole get a wee rest. Thanks ever so much, Nicole. What I would like you to do is to share success that you get for Nicole's training tonight with her. Because when people do stuff like this and lead to the front in such an amazing way, and I know Nicole will be here, there's nothing that we get more pleasure in than somebody saying to us, look, I listened to what you said, I put it into action, and this is what I did. Would you agree with that, Nicole?
Definitely.
I'm going to, bless her. I'm going to go because she'll just stay here till the dying day. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks, everybody else. And we'll get back to you on Facebook with this recording and also the date for our Christmas get together. See you all later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.